Right, guys, it's 19th of March, and here in Bulgaria it was -7 last night. -7. And it didn't get too cold in the house because it's been warming up the last couple of weeks. Like 3 days ago, it was 27 degrees here. So the fabric of the house, it takes a while to get cold if left. And I had the wood burner on virtually all day yesterday with the cold snap. It was about -3 all day yesterday, and then -7 last night. So, but we're toasty warm now. We've got 2 bars on the fire, and we've got the wood burner. I've just ignited, and so we'll be toasty warm all day again. And then it's getting better. Then we're back up to 60 high teens in the next few days. So it was just a cold snap out of nowhere, beast from the east, and we had snow, but not much. It was even too cold really for snow, proper snow. It was like ice rain. It wasn't like hail. It's like this dusty snow. It's like polystyrene, like icy snow. Too cold for snow. So, and it was just a dusting, and it's but I hope this frost now hasn't destroyed all the. I don't have any here now, but the fruit trees, the apple trees, the pear trees, it can decimate them, and it can decimate other things that have gone into blossom or buds, and so I just hope that doesn't happen. And fingers crossed, this is the last. Really, I can't see it going less than -7 from here on in. We just got to get into spring now. But it can happen, and we can get snow, but you'd only need 0 for snow, really. Anyway, so that's the weather. So apart from that, I'd just like to talk about some more good news in Bulgaria, and we get these things, and you can just list them as you go along to make yourself feel better. List all good things, tick boxes ticked. And I used to actually have a sheet of paper here in the early days, like trying to decide, what was better and what, you know, where it was going to end up. And over the years, the boxes kept getting ticked in Bulgaria, and they were getting in England, and they started off more or less equal. Like there's certain things that were better, and they still are in each of the two countries. And there's still things that I would say are better, or at least more financially better. Like if I was to still be working, I'd probably still do like 3 months in the UK out of a caravan or whatever, because the wages is that much better there, as long as you haven't got all the baggage, houses, family, all that stuff. If you could just go over there and do a smash and grab, that's what I used to call it in the end. Then there's still boxes over there that can be ticked. There's the sun now blazing through as well. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. And I've got the chili con carne as well, because I knew the cold snap was coming, so it was either a curry or a chili con carne. So we're on day 3 now, the last portion of the chili con carne. And I found this meat, I found good meat. it's hard to get here. That's a box that's definitely not ticked in Bulgaria yet. Good beef, and you can get it, but like you've got to look for it. You've got to unturn a lot of stones to find some good meat, and it's not cheap. It's about the same as good meat elsewhere, but like so hard to find. And unless you're in Sofia, there's some good butchers there. But I've rejoined now Metro, which is for anyone who's come into Bulgaria. It's just like Costco in the UK, but you don't pay for the membership. It's free, and you can join now. You used to have a company, but you can join as a private person now, private citizen. So I've done that, and it was very seamless. And I did it online, and you can do it online. And go to the Metro, give them your they give you a membership number, card number actually. Give them your card number, and there's your card, and you can go straight in the shop and do some shopping. Now Costco and Metro are quite similar, because the Metro and the Costco aren't that cheap for a lot of things. They're not cheap for a lot of things, but you can you can identify things, and you can get stuff there that you can't get anywhere else. So that's a plus. That's a box ticked. Another one, and the other one is they're quite good for meat. That's Costco as well. Back in the UK, it was good for meat, but it wasn't cheap, but it was good and very good quality. I used to go and buy a big tray of meat. Like I used to buy, actually for stews, I used to buy cheap steaks and cut them up into stewing size, and then I'd buy another tray of like more expensive, like ribeyes and stuff like that. And that's what I did here now, and I was trying out different bits and pieces, and I found these like ribeyes. There's not much marbling in them, but they're like absolutely delicious, tasty, and quick to fry, and just the right size. You tend to get these bespoke butchers here, and they make these huge steaks, which is okay, because I keep a quarter of them for a snack the next day. So you're having 2 days of bespoke steaks, and I found the mincemeat here and it's good. I've tested it out now. Make various things, like make some burgers, make some bolognese, make some chili con carne, meatballs, and I've done 3 of them, and you can tell that the meat's okay, the way it holds together or it disintegrates or whatever, and the right gauge, what they mince it at. If it's too fine, it tends to break up when you make certain things with it. But this is good stuff, and because I'm almost heading for like, I'm kind of about 90% now carnivore, and fish and eggs, which is included in the carnivore I'm talking about. The fish here is great, and I've found a good source of hake, which I like, and I've found a good source of, you can get trout anywhere here, and it's very beautiful fish, and you know where it's from. It's from all these farms up in the mountains, and I've been to a lot of them. They always have a restaurant there, and whenever we're in the mountains, we'll find one, and they're everywhere. And in Macedonia as well, they've got some good fish farms, clean mountain water, and they keep it moving through all these things. Now, I don't think they mess about with them too much. I don't think they give them too much, poisons and I don't know what they feed them on, but I would imagine it's not much chemicals because chemicals cost money. And here, a lot of people, you can make your own fish food, and so I don't know what they feed them on, but the fish ultra healthy looking. So I mean, even if you've got to eat something, but I would say they're one of the least messed about with things, and also rabbit. They've got rabbits in this metro, so I'm gonna make a rabbit stew or curry probably next couple of days, and then that was in Sofia. I went to the metro there. Now we've got a provincial one, not far from here. Well, it's about an hour the way I drive anyway, slowly. In Plevin, place called Plevin, and you can make a trip out of that I will anyway, by going to Decathlon. I could do with some more shorts for the summer. I tend to get the cargo shorts, but not too long, because they're like they're a fashion no. I notice on the internet, especially same with the. It's like wearing socks with sandals, So the shorts that are above the knee. If you're a bit of a fashion guru, and I tend to wear as well. It's just a shirt, a kind of a nice shirt with the cargo pants, and I have Columbia pants, which last forever. Columbia titanium shorts. I've had them for years, and they never wear out. They never show any signs of distress. Last forever. And I've had many shorts in between which have come and gone. And I've got another couple of pairs as well, which are okay. But the Columbia ones, they're the ones, and they go well actually with like what do they call them? The like I wear the Gant shirts, and they go well. You don't look that shabby when you go out in a good shirt and the shorts and I even if there's a bit of walking involved, I tend to wear ankle boots rather than sandals, because my feet sweat underneath and I start sliding around in sandals. So unless I wear the like very, very short ankle sandals, well, they're like more or less like little they're not really socks. They just go round your feet. You can just about get away with that in the fashion thing. Not in Italy. You wouldn't even get away with that there. So anyway, so that's metro in Bulgaria, and I was a bit short of time in Sofia, so I couldn't. I still had an hour there, but it's not enough. You've got to search things out there because it's massive. I think it's bigger than Costco. It was a massive place, and you'd need 2 hours. You need 2 hours. Anyway, there's one in Plevin. There's one in Veliko Turnavo. There's one in Sofia. Or two. There's two in Sofia. South of Sofia and North Sofia. So that's that. And then I think that there's going to be one in Varna and Burgas, I would imagine. I'm not sure. Maybe Plovdiv. I think there's one in Plovdiv. Yeah, and Decathlon, they've got a Decathlon there, which is good enough. Good enough for some cheap stuff, you know. They tend to have cheap stuff and better stuff in Decathlon. Some of it's absolute garbage, and some of it's decent stuff, which you know you're paying normal prices for. Anyway, Sofia Airport has won the award for the best airport in Europe for a category 5 million to 15 million passengers a year. So it's not competing with the big airports, which 15 million plus passengers a year. So, but it's won the award. I mean, the poor man of Europe. Another box ticked, another one. So you've got, it's already developing this year. The wages are going up 10%. Now, people will say that they're on shit wages anyway, which they are. But like it's in the right direction. Anywhere where you are, if things are improving, then it's always good. It doesn't matter where you start from sometimes. And I always thought that about Bulgaria. I always thought it's not much further to fall, They couldn't have got any worse here for a European country. It couldn't have been any worse. It couldn't have been. Maybe some more violent crime. Maybe drugs, which they didn't really have, these problems, because they were in the Eastern Bloc. That probably saved them from a lot of Western vices, if you like, and debt, big debt. Because they had like amnesties here, where they gave all the property to the people and stuff like that. After communism, everyone was like in these communist blocs. But when communism went, socialism went, they called it socialism here. And when that went, they had an amnesty on property. And they gave all the property to the people. Fantastic. But it took a long time to transition. And I think we're just about there now, and I hope it doesn't go now too Western. And I think they've noticed. And the other thing they haven't got is mass immigration. Mass immigration. This is a good advert here for depopulation, Bulgaria, because they keep saying how terrible it is, but it improves all the time. So how do you work that out? And the population's increasing in certain other places that we won't mention, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. So a lot of these things are myths, This place isn't empty, and there's only 6.3 million, I think. It's exactly the same now in Serbia and Bulgaria, the population. 6 point something million, which is easily manageable on a big scale, when you start getting 70 million and above, if things go wrong, they go really wrong, as we see in places, But this is easily reversible here and easily manageable. And, you don't have to do too much to turn a population of that size around. Still a lot of people, but I find that it kind of feels manageable. And it also feels as if everyone is somebody here. Everyone's got a voice, everyone's got something to say, at least. Well, there's a lot to say. Never stop talking. But, so Sofia has won this award for the airport, and it is well run, and it is a good experience, of which I can say a lot of the Anglosphere airports are not a good experience. It's like cattle, especially like places like Heathrow, Gatwick, Manchester. Manchester's not too bad. Not too bad. I will say that I've never had a really bad experience. The worst airport I've ever been, I hate to say it, is John Lennon. It's atrocious, and that's all I'm going to say. Nothing works. It's grubby. It's filthy, and it's not a nice experience. From my experiences there, and I've done that. I've gone in and out of there quite a bit, and it's grubby. That's the best word I can describe. Grubby. And the other good airports stands out. A good airport. It's a Porto in Portugal. Fantastic. And even I've just been to Catania. That was pretty good. You know, it's a good experience when you can get in and out, and it's kind of, it's not stressful and like in Catania, everyone was sitting around, and they have the cafes, aren't they? Not ripping you off. They're not like double, triple prices. They're not. And same in Bulgaria. It is a bit pricey for Bulgarian prices, actually. But like these places, they're not bad experiences. And when you come out of the airport, like Catania, I mean, to get away from the airport is so easy. They've got all these coaches. You can get anywhere, straight from the door in the airport, all over the island. Fantastic. Things like that. I mean, not many places even have that. Sofia doesn't have that, a coach station. But like over there, great. It really was. And Porto wasn't bad to get away from, although I hired a car there, which is easy. Same in a lot of airports. Malaga, quite a good airport. Malaga, that's I've flown in and out of there many times, and it's easy. It's quite good. That would probably be in the next category up, actually, 15 million plus. Done Sofia, but they're building a new terminal now. And another thing to mention about Sofia is the destinations now are increasing every month. It seems weekly. The destinations, it's like a spider's web. And it used to be quite limited, actually. They didn't have that many flights. And it was just Terminal 1. Now it's going onto Terminal 3. So it just goes to show, and this is the poor man of Europe, don't forget. That's another box ticked. And like, it opens up quite a big playground around it, and the short flights, you can, Catania was only an hour and a half. And like, you can go to Azerbaijan if you want to. It's not that far away. They've just done Cairo now, open that, Cairo, and another new one is the north of Sardinia. You get to Tunisia, and I think they've just last year they started Marrakesh. So you can get anywhere from here. Doha, they do Doha, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharm el Sheikh. So you can get any. I think the Russian ones are suspended. I think you can maybe. I don't know. I don't think you can get to Russia if you wanted to go there. You can get there from Armenia. And you can fly to Armenia from here and then go to St. Petersburg, or if you wanted to go to Russia. But let's see what happens now. Terminal 3. The world's your oyster. And all the cheap airlines are coming, they're moving away from these Anglo places, which, they're taxing them too much, and, and it's becoming a bit too, geopolitical and all that. So everyone's going now in between all the places where the Anglo and Northern European people used to come. Everything used to stem from there, really, from what I could see. And now it's all intertwined here, So let's see what happens when they're recruiting now like crazy for Terminal 3, all the staff and everything like that. So it's more jobs to tick boxes ticked for Bulgaria again. And let's see what happens this year. Wages are going up, and the pensions are always going up here. And what else did they announce? There was something else as well about AI. They're opening a big AI place. So I mean, there you go. The tourist figures are good. There was good snow this year on the skiing. Tick box. Got everything here. Cheers.